Welcome to Avowed, the game about fighting a disease, religious zealots. Who the fuck is this baller looking person? Oh, this must be the Inquisitor. And most importantly, robbing literally everyone you can see without any consequences whatsoever. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Avowed is the latest fantasy, that's the word, rocket-propelled game by the Bill Gates Studios. Our purpose in the game is to eradicate the mushroom mind-control disease known as the Dream Scourge. Avowed takes place in the Living Lands, and in the Living Lands there are 4 main areas with one final area that's more like a giant dungeon than a proper area like the rest of them. These areas are Dawnshore, Emerald Stair, Shatterscarp, and Galawain's Tusks. And the overgrown dungeon is a place called The Garden. The Garden is essentially a prison for a mad god called Sapadal, but we'll get back to that later. Each non-prison has one city and some things to do both in and outside the city. Dawnshore has the first major city of the game, Paradise, where we get assassinated.
Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
And pull a Jesus coming back from the dead. We then track down our assassin.
Look now upon the fate of those that oppose the Burn Queen's justice. Death to all heretics.
And move on to Emerald Stair in the hopes of finding a specialist for the Godless Ruins. You see, the Living Lands were once inhabited by a race of people called the Ikeda, or the Godless, who universally had all mentions of gods removed from their writings. It's believed that the Godless Ruins hold a key to both determining the source of the Dream Scourge and finding out who keeps on Zoom calling us at 3 AM. Once we get to Fiorvesiverno, the main city of Emerald Stair, we make some friends.
Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fiorvesiverno. Whoa.
We then investigate some local ruins and find out the formal name of the god that's been haunting us this entire time, which I spoiled at the beginning of this video. If you don't remember their name, shame on you, shame on your family, and shame on your cow. This is Mulan now, and you can't escape.
Stop!
While we were investigating those ruins, Sexy Fire Lady attacked and burned the city of Fiorvesiverno to the ground. You see, they were practicing something called animancy, and it's against her religion, so by definition she has the God-given right, well, her God gave her the right anyways, to massacre literally anyone who is practicing anything they don't believe in. Reminds me of the good old days when we were retaking Jerusalem. Anyways, now that we have fulfilled our purpose in Emerald Stair, and that Fiorvesiverno has been reduced to a comically sized bonfire, it's time to talk to one of the captains of the Inquisitor before heading over to Shatterscarp and plowing through the undead hordes there to Thirdborn. We spend some time here, peruse the local wares, make friends with a veteran,
I've slain 1,000 Zoribs.
and get relatively attached to them. I mean, they're a really cool dude, honestly. I recommend checking them out if you get the game. Then we get a lead that the next set of ruins is being guarded by Ringrim, the Archmage of Terror.
The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now.
So, we pay her a visit with the help of Yatsley, and turns out she really, really likes Yatsley.
You have talent. Not any mage can dispel my illusions. Perhaps when this is over, we should speak again.
You want to speak again? Yeah, of course. Can't wait.
She gave you her grimoire.
Moving away from the single coolest place in the entire game. Oh my god, dude, it's so pretty! Holy shit! Literally and metaphorically, we go to the ruins and have a better chat with the god Sapadal, basically the god of nature.
We were theirs and they were ours.
Blah blah blah, lore, not that important, moving on. Upon leaving the ruins are given a choice. Either we can destroy the ruins and the zombies inside, but not prevent any new ones from being created, or we can sever the Audra in the ruins and prevent the outbreaks so far, meaning that any kill we do against the Dream Scourge is permanent. We obviously choose to sever the Audra because at worst we're gonna get like, what, 36 deaths compared to the several hundred deaths that the Dream Scourge has caused in the area so far. It ends up being the most good, unequivocally, and I will not accept argument on this. Nope, no arguments at all. Except for from the families of the deceased.
Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for?
We had to stop the Dream Scourge. It was taking hundreds of lives.
The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with Third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever.
From here, we then move to Gallowayne's Tusks, and everyone is really nice to me.
Stay out of it, Outlander.
Yeah, don't need a blessed outsider pretending they know anything.
Meaning mind your tongue and your judgment while you're here.
Outsider?
Strange that you think we'd care about your opinion. Sucker, get out of here.
I wish to gun them down. This is the exact kind of human contact I crave, where people keep on calling me outsider and are completely demeaning of my opinions. Truly, this is the best area in the entire game. Anyways, we find out that the easy route to the garden is destroyed, so we spy on the Steel Garrote and use the path they wanted to use, and it happens to be in the middle of the giant Darth Vader fortress. Fortunately, Sapidol caused lava flows.
Never again!
And they need us to open the floodgates, so we do that. That's not how lava flows, but okay. It would not be that fast, and end up gaining access to the garden. This whole section is basically just fighting to get Sapidol, and once we do, we merge with him and put an end to the Dream Scourge. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Sapidol caused the Dream Scourge and ended up basically using it as blackmail throughout the last 2 sections to try and get us to actually get to him. Whatever, that's not important. I'm sure it'll have no long-term consequences. Anyways, that's actually all I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna let you guys find out the end on your own because the game is basically brand new at this point. All I have to say is it rhymes with civil uprising. Great beast of the beyond! What is the next video on? Oh, it's Elden Ring. Sick. I'll see you guys then.